KLRN programming is made possible in part by Sanford Children's.
Good evening, and welcome to this month's edition of the School Zone. I am your host, Missy Guthmiller. It's not every day that a helicopter lands in your school's playground. A special delivery was made to John F. Kennedy Elementary recently. The Air National Guard came to congratulate the students on being a drug-free school. Let's find out more.
Captain Don Johnson from the Air Army National Guard. He was one of the people that helped organize and get the picture taken. And he just has a few words to say for you today.
Okay, hold on. The reason why you did this is in representation that you guys are an alcohol and drug-free school. This school has by far done the best job I have ever seen of putting together such a great picture and representing that you guys will stay off drugs. You guys have no idea the time and effort that Mrs. Haldy and your principal, superintendent, does to make this happen. Now, it doesn't happen without you, all right? You are the main goal to make sure that you guys don't use alcohol and drugs, because alcohol does really weird things to your brain. It makes you act silly. It makes you act weird. And you know as well as I know, you guys don't need alcohol to act weird. You can do that all by yourself. So, I can act weird too. I don't need alcohol. I choose not to drink alcohol or do drugs because, you know what? I like my mind just the way it is. I like to have control over my body. When you put alcohol or drugs in your body, it takes control of you. And we all need to have control of ourselves. So I'm going to give this picture to your school just like I've done every year, and they're going to display it somewhere, and I want you guys to see this, and every time you think of this, you think of yourself as drug-free, and if anybody, I mean anybody, tries to make you do drugs, you step on their foot and you run and tell someone. Yes, sir! Now, what I want you to do, there's some people that live in these houses out here. I want them to be able to hear you say it, what we did last year. I want them to hear you say, "We are drug-free" on the count of 3. Ready? So you're going to say, "We are drug-free." We are drug-free. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
My name is Captain Don Johnson. I work for the Army National Guard Counter-Drug Program, Drug Demand Reduction Administrator. Each year we go to the schools around the state and we teach drug prevention classes, but every year we come to Sioux Falls, and we also do this in Rapid City, and we have what's called a Red Ribbon Week flyover, where we have the kids, with the help of the administration, actually get in the form of something that represents their school being a drug and alcohol-free school. And we take the picture, the kids get excited, we do the cool flyover, we wave at them, they just have a good time, and then we present the picture to them so as soon as we can get it developed, and we give it to them in a presentation, and we give a 5-minute speech on why alcohol and drugs are bad for you. But this year what we did was we decided to actually have our helicopter pilots who work for the raid actually come and land at the school and actually have the pilot actually speak to the kids and myself speak to the kids in the presentation. And then we drew 2 teachers out of a hat that would actually get to do go on a flight with them over the city of Sioux Falls as our thanks to the school at being drug-free. What a wonderful opportunity this is for us to have the Guards show that we are also true believers in that the school starts our drug-free program.
Rosa Parks Elementary School recently started a new program to help students with their reading. The Tail Wagging Tutors program is underway. Let's watch these friendly tail wagging tutors make their first appearance.
Does anybody know why we brought these dogs in today? No? So we're going to do a new program. Come here. Chloe, come.
You're so cute.
You're going to read to the dogs. That's right.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Gaston. I'm the principal at Rosa Parks Elementary. Earlier this fall I was contacted by Mary Jo, who is in charge of the therapy program. She was interested in starting a program here as well as some other elementary schools, eventually called Tail Wagging Tutors. And basically what this is some therapy dogs that are very well trained, that are licensed, will come in and we'll choose some children that are perhaps needing a little more confidence in their reading, a little more fluency. The teachers will select those children, and starting in January they'll start coming in and they'll read to the dogs as when the dogs come in for their therapy. It'll be about 15 minutes in the library, and they'll get to choose some books to read to the dogs. The dogs will hopefully provide some comfort in reading and make it a less threatening process, and the kids are very, very excited, so it's very motivational for them to want to read to the dogs. So this program's been going on for a long time in different parts of the country, so we're going to give it a shot here at Rosa Parks.
I'm Mary Jo Jakwa, and this is my precious German Shepherd dog, Austin. And we're at Rosa Parks School today to introduce a program called Children Reading to Dogs, or it is also called Tail Wagging Tutors. The purpose of the program is to reward children for a good job in reading, to help children who may need help in reading, as well as rewarding children who are doing other good things in school, and children who may have problems at home and that just need an extra bit of a boost to read to a dog. Austin is a German Shepherd. He's registered, but that dogs that are therapy dogs can be mixed breed. They don't have to be. Oh, the other dogs are leaving him now. You're okay. Come on, Austin, let's get a treat. Come on, good boy. He is a certified therapy dog, as are all the dogs that we'll be bringing to this school. They have gone through a rigorous test determining that their temperament is good, that they get along with other dogs, that they're fairly obedient, hopefully that they don't bark, but German Shepherds are known for talking, so he's just talking to us today. The test includes things like not stealing food off people's plates, that they can be calm with loud noises, that they can be good citizens around children, which is very important, of course, in what we're doing today and with the program we're going to start. They have to be able to sit down, stay, come, all the basic obedience, heel on a loose leash so that we don't take them down the hall pulling and getting in people's way. Austin is a extremely well-tempered German Shepherd, and he's a lover. He'll turn over and let you rub his chest and tummy. We're very fortunate to have him. He's a very, very sweet, sweet dog, as are all of our dogs. One of the things that our dogs are tested for is temperament, and so no matter the size of them, they are very mild-mannered, very well-behaved dogs. But I think everyone needs to realize in approaching a dog that you need to approach from the front and cautiously and stick your hand out in a palm up position so they don't feel threatened at all. Let the dog smell you, and then our therapy dogs, once they've met you, will just allow you to roll your arms around them and your whole body around them. So that's what a therapy dog will do. Now, not all dogs will do that, so we do tests to make sure that we have good, well-behaved dogs.
Memorial Middle School social studies teachers and students found a way to raise money for charity and learn about historical figures at the same time. Let's visit the Memorial Wax Museum and see who's there.
When I started performing, my mother was not pleased. She said I was wasting my time, but soon I was making $1,000 a week. I was born on March 24th, 1874. My family was very poor, so I had to go out and ask people for money. My first performances were in dime museums and at birthday parties. My first performance, I moved to New York hoping to find a job, but I didn't. I met the love of my life. We moved to England. In England, I got a job for $1,000. I performed there for 6 months. Then I moved back to America. In America, I bought a 4-story house and moved my mother in with me. My most well-known tricks are tricks I thought up on my own, like the Chinese wire torture cell. There, I'd be suspended upside down wearing a straitjacket in a cell full of water, escaping unharmed. I died on Halloween of 1926 of a punctured appendix in room 401 at Grace Hospital.
Hi, I'm Sue Zuger, and I teach language arts here at Memorial Middle School for the Rangers team. And our students are performing in their wax museum today. They've been working on this for over a month now, both in their language arts classes and in their reading classes. In language arts, they were working on researching a famous person, and then in their reading class, they read a biography or an autobiography of a famous person. What they did in language arts then is they wrote an essay as if they were the famous person, and they could write a prompt writing and tell the facts that they learned through their research. And they were working on listening and viewing, because we did many of our speeches in our reading classes as presentations before the big event, which is today.
What 3 words best describe me, Amelia Earhart? Well, I picked 3 words. I picked the 3 words intelligent, mysterious, and adventurous. I was born on July 24th, 1897 in Ashton, Kansas, with my mother Amelia Otis and my father Samuel Edwin. Intelligent is one of the things I'd like to brag about, because mainly when I got older I knew I was going to be a pilot, so I knew how to work them and everything. So in 1926, that's when I decided to be a social worker. Another thing I like to talk about is me being mysterious, because I chose that word just because of the reason that I went missing July 24th, 1937, but yet wasn't declared dead until January 5th, 1939. Most parents understand why I went missing and that I wouldn't come back. And the last word that I would like to use to describe me would be adventurous. I chose adventure because I live for adventure, and I've always liked to describe myself as being adventurous, and if most parents should know that, and if you don't, I'll just tell you that I was the first woman to fly across the Atlantic Ocean, and I've set many other aviation records. When you get older, never tell your friends, family, or parents that you want them to be just like you, because you want them to be better than you were, or possibly still are. So be more intelligent than I was, be more adventurous than I was, or possibly more mysterious than I was. You may not think you can be better, but you can. Thank you.
It was 3 years ago that I embarked on a mission trip to Africa, and at that time I was teaching at Memorial Middle School, and my students and the rest of the Rangers here at the school wanted to do something to help the children on the other side of the world. And so they had a bake sale, and they created a wax museum, and together that year the children raised $1,400 that I brought to Africa. And in African terms, that totaled about $700,000 in their eyes. The money goes to help children in Cameroon go to school. Costs $20 a year for a child to go to school, and the parent matches the $10 that we raise here in Sioux Falls. I would just like to say that I think it is wonderful that the Memorial teachers have felt that this is a great way to help teach their children how to serve others, which is part of the school's mission statement. And the students' enthusiasm and the work they put into it is very appropriate for the season.
Nah. Signed, William Shake. Oh, I didn't see you there. Do you mind if I write while I tell you about myself? I was born near the Avon River in Stratford-upon-Avon. I was born on April 25th, 1564. I had 7 brothers and sisters. You may have heard of some of my plays, such as Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, or Macbeth. But you might not have heard of Much Ado About Nothing or Midsummer's Night's Dream. For I lived, I loved, I wrote, I died. I died at the age of 52 on the date of my birth and married a woman named Anne Hathaway at the age of 18. You see, she was pregnant at the time and that was considered a sin. But if you married before you gave birth, it was no longer considered a sin. Now, I have to get back to my work.
Oh, hello. I bet you're here for my autobiography. Well, I was born June 1st, 1926 to Gladys Pearl and Martin Edward Nordison. My full name is Norma Jean Baker, but I go by Marilyn Monroe. I never got a chance to get close to my mom's because one went crazy and the other couldn't afford to take me with her when she moved. I married Jim Doherty, a close neighbor, but I soon divorced him after he had to leave me for his job. A teacher and I bleached my hair blonde. A photographer saw me and wanted pictures. After he got them, he said I should become a model, so I did. I had 10 movies and 1 record. Do you want to know a secret? In my movie, The 7-Year Itch, I wore more than 2 pairs of underwear because I felt insecure. In my last movie, Something's Got to Give, I was fired for drinking, smoking, and medication addiction. I died August 5th, 1962. I would tell you how I died, but I can't remember.
Our last journey into the school zone takes us back to Christmas time. We will look at Project Warm Up and learn about the success of this program for the homeless in Sioux Falls. We will also learn what the community of Chester, South Dakota did to chip in.
My name is Wendy Giebink and I work with the Sioux Falls School District. I'm the educational liaison for the Homeless Education Project. This is a position I've held for 15 years. This year we have so far identified about 550 students as homeless in our school district. Last year our total was about 669 students, so we're expecting to exceed that number this year. Project Warm Up was the brainchild of a Lincoln High School student, Caitlin Veek. And last year she decided that the Key Club at Lincoln High School could do something for students who were homeless. And they came up with the idea of making fleece blankets for infants and children. And they donated 150 blankets to us, which we delivered at Christmas time. This year they set a goal to exceed that, and they did. They made about 250 blankets this year. And so we were able to deliver them over the Christmas vacation to students who were identified as homeless in our district. And so that could be students that were staying in shelters or in motels or doubled up with other families or situations like that.
Hi, I'm Lauren Haar. I'm a senior at Lincoln High School, and I'm here because I think this is a great cause to help the homeless people by providing them with these awesome blankets.
I'm Michael Kaplan. I'm a senior at Lincoln High School, and I am here with the Lincoln High School Student Council. We're just helping out, making blankets for the needy. It's been a good time. Yeah, looking forward to it. It'll be fun.
I'm Inga Rohde, president of the Lincoln High School Key Club, and this is a great project to help all of our neighbors in the community to have a warm blanket for the cold winter season.
Hi, I'm Bill Zortman. I'm a lieutenant governor with Kiwanis and a member of the Diversity Club and the Daybreak Club, which have had a great experience with this. My little Daybreak Club had a party in Hartford where we actually did 13 blankets with 13 of us in less than 2 hours. We just hope that they're the right size. And the Diversity Club, there were so many of them here today that we actually called it an official meeting. And it gave us a chance to give back this time of year, to create some warm blankets for people that need to be warm. It's a great experience. Hope we can do it again next year.
The blankets were made out of fleece, and so there were many colors and designs that people donated. And the students then put them together in matching colors, and they made blankets in sizes ranging from baby blankets up to twin-size beds for our teenage students as well. And then they cut and fringed the edges and then tied them together. So there was no sewing involved, but there was a lot of creativity that went into this project.
Hi, I'm Allie Young, a 5th grader at Robert Frost Elementary School. I am here today to tie blankets for the homeless, and my sister started this project.
I'm Haley Veek. I'm an 8th grader at Lyman Middle School, and I'm here to make fleece blankets for needy kids.
Brian Bouchard, you are the advisor for Key Club, correct?
That's correct.
How do you feel about today's event?
It was a great day. What an awesome event. A lot of help from a lot of kids, and thanks to everybody that donated everything, and it's a great way to send the message of Christmas out to everybody.
Our students are identified to us in a number of ways. The families might come to us themselves and identify themselves as needing help with enrolling their children in school because they are experiencing housing difficulties. Families are also identified to us through local agencies and also through our schools. If a family would come in and say that they had lost their housing, had been evicted, or had just moved to Sioux Falls and had no place to stay, then our school personnel will also send those names to us as well. We did a presentation to the student body of the Chester Elementary School in early December, late November, I guess, and they wanted to know about homelessness and why it occurs and how it occurs and who's affected, and the children were very touched by the knowledge that there were children in Sioux Falls who did not have a home of their own. So they wanted to do a Secret Santa project for our students, and they came up with the idea for each of the students to take home an ornament off a tree with a boy or a girl of a specific grade on, and then shop for that child. So they brought us over 300 gifts for our students. They just showed up with a trailer full of gift-wrapped toys and things for our students, and it was just a wonderful day.
There were countless stories of kids, it's calling up. One kid had watched Wendy's presentation and called up his grandparents and said, "Did you know that there's kids who live like this? Did you know?" And asked them, and their grandparents gave her money and $100, and we used those to buy some gifts. And there's another kid who had a girl had a Christmas party. She told the kids to bring gifts and some money to go shopping. So all these girls got together to go shopping, and she gets there and she had picked up 10 of these ornaments and said, "Instead, we're going to go shopping for these kids, and these gifts that you have, we're going to wrap for them." And so they spent the rest of the party wrapping these gifts for these kids and shopping for them. So just story after story like that of people just reaching a little bit deeper, and we met it. 369, presents. That's little. Actually, we have 377 presents. So we hit our goal and then some, and just says a lot about the community and Chester and Madison that helped out. So.
Well, there are a lot of agencies here in Sioux Falls that serve homeless people, and so any of our shelters and transitional housing programs have programs in place to help students and families. And we also would be able to connect people with a program if they would come to us and ask for help. And also we can do some direct services to our families if someone would like to donate to us. We don't obviously have storage space to store things, so we're not in that position to be gathering items for families, but we can help people if they want to do a project similar to this. We can help connect them with children and families that would need that assistance.
That's all for this month's edition of the School Zone. Join us next month as we once again journey into the School Zone. Good night.
KLRN programming is made possible in part by Sanford Children's.
Baking classes were held the end of June at Central Kitchen. School bakers from around the state came to learn how to create healthy but appealing baked treats for the students. Many school systems have started to use the new whole white wheat when baking.
We're able to help them maybe expedite some of their products, show them some shortcuts, show them that the white wheat does work, and you know, you can just substitute that into any recipe that they have.
Many bakers know that most kids are more comfortable with a white bread but still need the whole wheat in their diets. Now with the new growth of the white wheat, many bakers are using it to provide for the kids and have them enjoy their meal without thinking about the grains.
I don't see it as a problem. We did a lot of sampling at Mitchell Middle School, and the kids came back for more. They had no idea that we were using a whole wheat or a white wheat product that we put in, and they loved it. We didn't have any trouble. Could we use that in cakes? We had a chocolate cake that's 51% whole wheat, and we're going to try using the white whole wheat tomorrow with that, and they had no clue. It's just a really good product.
The Sioux Falls School District is currently planning to buy a white whole wheat bread from Sarah Lee to be used for breakfast and lunch. Supervisor of Child Nutrition Joni Davis says the white whole grain is not a commodity item from the state at this time, and we would be purchasing on the open market.
With white whole wheat, we sampled, did some sample cooking this year to see how it would react to our time-tested recipes. Anything we use whole wheat in, we can use the white whole wheat without any trouble. So far, all of our products have come out really nice with the white whole wheat. They'll be a little more healthy for the kids in the school systems, but not only the school system, with senior meals and other programs, Sioux Vocational, Life Quest and Mitchell, things like that have other elderly functions. So with us sampling these type of menus and these type of items, we're able to provide a more wholesome whole grain product for the kids.
Mitchell, Huron, and Yankton are three of the other schools currently working with the white wheat in their food service departments.